Dear white people, do not cut your hair to show support for BLM. They do not like you. They will never like you. They do not accept you. They will never accept you. And the black people who would love and accept you neither need nor ask of you to shave your hair. It is only a specific psychographic segmentation of the most insecure black people in existence who cannot be helped psychologically that require you to go to such an extreme to show that kind of social support for them as fellow citizens of the same civilization, right? To apply Jungian psychology and that which I see in you as an archetype, as it would also simultaneously apply to myself, to be fair. There are thousands of white people, thousands of Europeans and descendants of Europe, even if they're not natively born as Europeans, but Americans or in some other country, that will never like me, right? They will never like me. They do not accept me. They will never accept me, no matter how benevolent I am, no matter how much I boost the economy, no matter how many jobs I create, no matter how much blood we share in cultural common. I will always be nothing more to them than a brown-skinned invader, right? No matter how noble my intent or honorable my character, right? So it's tragic to go into a fight with a dragon, a metaphysical dragon, to protect so many of the very people who would mock and reject me as I do so, right? And this more specifically, I referenced the Kalergi plan and looking forward into the second age of the West after this current decline that we're in, and doing what I can to make sure that there's peace and prosperity in the future, because I'm aware that I do have the power to influence people, especially when it comes down to a multi-angular view of time and space with my videos, right? So, all right, but the whites that do and would accept me, who do not see me as just another brown-skinned invader, they already love and accept me for who I am, right? That's why I don't straighten my hair. They already decide to assume the best of me when interacting with me. They do not require me to modify my natural appearance and would neither need nor ask of me to do anything drastic for their approval either. So when I speak of love for Europe, especially as a mixed race person, believe it or not, I do so not for acceptance, but because that is truly how I feel inside. And it feels good to get it off my chest. Regardless of who accepts me or not, well, I know that expressing this love will both attract the right people while repelling the wrong, right? And then it's just simply up to me to have the inner strength necessary to maintain the integrity of my character with that, my honor, in a Marcus Aurelian fashion pertaining to how I am so often misunderstood and unfairly judged from so many angles, how I'm continually mocked by so many different sections of the world as they watch me self-actualize, right? So there is always some arrogant, small-minded descendant of Europe who may ironically know less about Europe and its history than I do, who may try to make me jump through some kind of hoop to make themselves feel better about their own insecurities, right? They may doubt me as a person, wanting to test if what they see is real, only to verify that what they see in me is indeed authentic, but at the price of ruining my first impression of them instead of the other way around, and thus permanently burning a bridge with me that they would have otherwise wanted to keep. All right, and then they cannot reverse time to approach me, right, to try again in a better, more deservingly respectful way. They sabotage themselves in their own interactions with me, not the other way around, all because of their initial assumptions and negative confirmation bias that they come to realize are wrong a second too late, right? I see straight through them, and I do not jump through their hoops because I have more self-respect than that, right? So I'm asking so many white people hopping on this shave your head BLM trend, have more self-respect, okay? As a Eurasian Negroid, I respect myself not to abide by the archaic, bygone, Jim Crowian one-drop rule of self-identification and evolutionary psychology, while simultaneously living in the harsh reality of how I am perceived by many people, right? Being a realist about how I make different psychographic segmentations of the civilization that I love feel, right? There are some staunch pro-white ethnostaters who end up bleeding insecurity around me. They can't help it, wondering if I have a higher IQ than they do, wondering why a woman they may like may choose me instead of them, and so forth. And I've learned that no matter how much I may dim my light, it will not make their own shine brighter. Right? The same is true for you guys in reverse. right? Being white and shaving your hair to show support for black people accomplishes nothing real against the so-called machine you claim to want to change. Right? The act of shaving your hair serves only to identify you in the system as the persona it should isolate and target, while simultaneously assuaging the bottomless pit that is black insecurity. There is no end to their insecurity. And no matter how much you dim your light, you will not be able to make theirs shine brighter. Be your most beautiful, shameless, European selves. The types of black people who want you to cut your otherwise beautiful hair that they themselves spend millions of dollars per year trying to replicate the look of, they need to win an inner war. An inner war that you just can't help them with. Do not apologize for being European. Thank you.